Hey, leader. I'm so happy you are enjoying the new direction that the podcast is going in. We are excited. We, as in myself and my team, we're so excited that we are going into this really new direction because leadership is entering a new era where we're shifting the old leadership models and we are entertaining and we are urging for a new paradigm shift. And it's something that collectively we are asking for, but many of us are not explicitly saying what we want. We know that a change needs to happen. We just don't know what that change could look like. We know that we are sick and tired, literally sick and tired, exhausted, burnt out, overwhelmed, cortisol jacked up, right? We're sick and tired of the old way of leadership. And for those of you who are entering the pipeline of leadership, stay with me. You can't go, you can't run away. You've entered because there was a moment in your career that you said, I can do this and I can do this better. We need you. You are who we need. We don't need the leaders who are self serving, who are looking for ways to stroke their egos and wanting to position themselves in these power plays and abusing their power. We don't need any more of those. We've had plenty of them. And I think for you newer leaders, you have seen the generations before you who have completely abused their power as leaders. And we're watching that right now. We're seeing that right now. And if you're not, wake up. Because if you are burying your head in the sand, listen, that's a great coping mechanism. I did it for many years, but it came back and bit me in the you know what, because I had to wake up to the realization that not all people should be in leadership. I said it, not all people could be leaders. For those of you inherently tethered and called to greatness, to impact, to transform, for the sake of serving others, you belong in this pipeline of leadership. We need more of you. So, how do we duplicate you? How do we regenerate leaders like you? That's been my mission and it's been my focus for the last 9, 10 months. And I am wanting to talk to the leader who is exhausted, who's sick and tired, who's overwhelmed, burnt out, disillusioned, and who's ready to step out of her industry, of their organization, or of their career. I want for you to pause for just a moment of reflection. And this is what contemplative leadership style is all about. We pause, we meditate, we pray. Yes, dare I say it, you get to do those strategies for yourself, right? We get to choose how we contemplate our roles in this society, in this collective, in this organization. It is taking a moment to reflect on why you were called into leadership, because you are born. You're born to be a leader. You, who's ever watching this, those of you who are not in leadership and don't care to be in leadership, great. We need builders like you. Fantastic. But we need the visionaries, and the visionaries are who I'm speaking to right now. These are the folks who are questioning right now whether they belong in this role of leadership. I know this because I have been in this place many, many times when I am out of alignment, when I'm out of integrity, when the moral compass is no longer in sight, where the North Star has been hidden by clouds. I have been in your shoes where I'm questioning, what in the heck am I doing? What am I doing here? Am I actually impacting? Am I actually serving others? See, that's the difference between leaders who are here to self-serve. Great, go do that on your own time. But those of you who are serving others and who are here for the greater good, those are the leaders that I want to talk to. And I want to specifically talk to you about the old leadership models, the models that are not serving us, that are um, corroding, right? These are the systems, processes, things in place that were never intended for the greater good, were never intended to serve their community, their community of employees. It they were designed for massive profit, massive performance, right? And driven by some other interesting things. But I want to talk about those systems, those old leadership models that we're starting to see crumble, right? Like the top down hierarchical landscape that we are so used to. It's like this is where all the decisions come from and they trickle down. And don't care if you're brilliant, but you're a 9 to 5 employee, and all I've paid you to do is to come here and do the labor. I didn't hire you for you to come here to think, right? No, this is the manual. Here's the policy. Here's the job description. Here's what I intend for you to do. And don't color outside the lines, because if you do, ooh, you're an outlier. You're an outcast. What do we do with you? There was a time when a person would color outside the lines, and depending on who they were and genetically made up, they were praised. They were rewarded. Oh, let's promote him. He's confident. He is seeing a new way to do this role, and we need to promote him. Oh, really? Because she was just saying that 1,000 times before, and but because it's a different package, you're able to see that in a different way. Okay, cool. The old leadership models are crumbling. They're crumbling because the workforce, our very brilliant, intelligent workforce, said, nope, not on my watch. No. If I'm spending a third of my career like my mom did, we're not going to go through what she went through. Oh no, we're going to do this differently. And here are my ideas. See, that's the thing, is that the pressure that this workforce has been under, these generations of workforce that have been under these old leadership models that have caused restriction, contraction, right? Constriction, more like it, constriction, restriction, are asking for the expansion. They're asking for a new way of leadership. They're asking for a new way to lead. And the new leadership paradigm is going to require a contemplative leader. It's going to require a leader who says, well, that makes no sense to me because of what I've seen before in my family and my mother, my father, in other, older generations. I have seen the suffering. And no, I actually am a human with values and purpose and intention. And by the way, I may have a thing or two to say about our future. And here are some ideas that you may not have considered. That's the contemplative leader that I want to create. So if you are on the precipice of leaving because of the pressures of leadership that you are under, and I keep rubbing my hands because I keep thinking of the pressure, the palms, the pressure in our palm. It's just like it's constant. It's a grind. It is suffocating. I mean, like I feel it in my chest right now just talking about it. And so if you are on that precipice and you're asking yourself, is there a different way? Is there a better way to lead? The answer is yes. Yes, there is a better way to lead. There's a better way to lead our people with dignity. It's us bringing humanity back into leadership, right? Where we're not run by profit and performance and perfectionism. Oh, no, actually, on the contrary, we're going to run on humanity, on values, on another person's brilliance. Like we're going to shift our attention to different factors that we hadn't considered before. The contemplative leader takes a beat, takes a pause, puts the car in park and says, okay, whoa, let's take a moment to consider what is currently happening, look at the patterns and the trends that we are witnessing and observing, and think and feel, more importantly, into a better way of leadership. It's the visionary with emotions, the visionary with heart, the visionary who has this expansive view of possibilities that the general population cannot see for themselves, or for those leaders who are so jaded and so corrupt and so self-serving, they can't even see that for themselves. I'm talking about the leader who wants to rise and emerge from the the crumbling of these old, antiquated, toxic leadership models. So it's going to take a contemplative leader to get us into this new era of leadership. And it's the contemplative leader that I want to build, that I want to help create, that I want to guide forward, because I have an idea. A very powerful idea, a concept. What's more than a concept, actually? It is something that I have been experiencing myself with my team and my organization. I have been doing the work. I have been putting in the reps. I have been doing the steps, right? Like, I have been at the forefront of this for the last 9-10 months. And it came to a head for me. I'm like, oh, that's it. We're redesigning this company. We're redesigning how we train leaders, how we create visionaries, how we help them move into this next era of leadership. That's where we're going. And I want to take you with me, with us. Let me guide you through this process. And then you go and discover America if you have to, right? Rediscover it, right? I want to guide you and help you. And then you're off on your own doing what you need to do. And this is why the Universal Leader Program is only 12 weeks with lifetime access, because I don't want to hold you back. I'm not here to, hold you down. No, I want to teach you the principles of the Universal Leader, which is based on contemplative leadership style. There are 5 foundational principles, and there are 3 modalities. Subconscious, somatic, and spiritual modalities that we're going to use so that we can embody these principles, so that then you return into your organization or into your business or into your nonprofit or into your communities, and you expand into this new version of yourself, this new version of leadership, so that you can lead your workforce into the new era of leadership. That's the goal. That's the plan. And you want in on this. I guarantee you, if you are leading and you want to lead differently because you're sick and tired, because your body is sick and tired, and your mind needs to shift. And we need to move that leadership thinking down into just 13 inches below, just right here, right here. We're going to move the thinking from the mind, the brain, into the heart, the solar plexus, the body. We're going to reconnect with our divine assignment, because you have sacred responsibilities to transform the lives that you were called to lead. Period, point blank, end of story, exclamation point. That's what we're doing here. So join us inside the Universal Leader. There's a new way to lead. It is time to start shifting our attention from the leadership models, the old, antiquated, toxic leadership models that are crumbling right before our eyes. In some industries, it's happening faster than others. Check in your industry. Where are you at right now? You want to be at the forefront. You want to be the expansive visionary. You're going to want to move your collective, your workforce into the new era of leadership, because that old, antiquated way of leading will no longer exist. Mark my words, will no longer exist. And we're going to need you, the contemplative leader, to move us into this new era. So if you are a trailblazer in your industry, If you are leading your communities, if you are on a board of directors, if you're leading your nonprofit, you just started it and you want more expansive leadership training because what you've been learning is based on 3D reality right now, old, antiquated way of leading. No, I want to take you into a whole other direction. And if that's you and you're called because you are listening to this or watching this and you want to lead differently because you know there's a different way to lead your workforce, this is the chance. We get practical, we take those theoretical, incredible principles, and then we lay them down, not only embedding them in our bodies with those 3 modalities, but then we get to put this out into the world, into our communities, into our organizations. And I'm here to assist you in that process. So the Universal Leader opens June 17th, doors wide open. Come on in. I will welcome you with open arms because you are brave, you are courageous. You know there's a different way to do this and you are ready and you are called and I am fired up for you and we're going to do this together. So you're going to want to head to my website at drdenisesimpson.com/universal. If you want to just go to my homepage, you're going to see a tab. It says the Universal Leader. Click on that, enroll right away, and get in the program as soon as possible. I'm going to see you there. All right, leader. I'm wishing you a fantastic rest of your day. And if you need time to sit with this invitation, mull it over, feel it in your body, fantastic. But if you are ready because you know you are ready now, then head over there and join me as soon as possible. And I'll meet you inside. All right. Have a fantastic day. Take good care. Bye.